if you're committed, then there is no afterthought. And if it's a lifestyle, it's like there is no you have other problems. You have your gym and you want to use it, but then it becomes, you go to a gym and you have a personal trainer. Um, if you're lucky enough to do that, then it's at 10, so you got to eat at you know 8, and you know what I mean. You sort of like, if it's a lifestyle, then everything is oriented around the, and when you don't schedule, it's really you can, as much as you can be committed. um it's I'd say that that's my number one challenge, is just committing to a schedule.
So you're saying the home gym kind of wasn't, it was more of an added benefit, the thing that really keeps you centered and motivate, or not even motivated, more willing to do your exercises and more willing to work out, is creating a schedule and sticking to it.
Sticking to it and having and knowing, like, I mean, the thing that I learned from you was that you have, like, you break it down. You make adjustments, and you work around injuries, and you have the 6 week and the next 6 weeks and this 12 weeks and this quarter and the next quarter. You start thinking in terms of, you know big picture, what's immediately in front of you, what's the week look like. You know what I mean? It's like you helped create, like, the framework of how to plan, and your life, around this, because it's a lifestyle, means that you're living it all the time. You know what I mean? Or that's in your mind. And I'm not saying that I'm obsessed over it. Absolutely not. I am slightly, though. I have to say that I see the possibilities. And I see the possibilities, especially since it's not all about what I'm going to do in 6 weeks. It's more like, it's okay for me to take 3 months to do this, or 6 months to do it, or 2 years to do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm in it
Yeah.
for life. So it doesn't matter. I don't need to. It's all right if I miss that thing, or I don't do this thing.
Yeah, and kind of being okay with sometimes needing to take a break because life happens. And I think this year has taught us that the most is, although exercise is super important, other things can kind of become more
Yeah.
important than
But there's
exercise.
absolutely the thing that I just went through with the New Year's, and I had a like dental thing here. It's all things, doesn't have to do with exercise. I wasn't like trying to do pull-ups with my mouth or anything, but it took that one, and a couple of other things distracted me, and I took some time off because I said I was going to take 2 weeks off because I had a little issue, and I knew I was going to start up at the beginning of the year, and then I didn't end up starting off until the January 11th, even
Hmm.
though I wanted to do it on the 4th.
Right.
So I started to reach that point now where I began to feel like the deterioration, like the body was changing. The muscles were kind of sending different. In fact, both of my shoulders are beginning to feel a strain again. Can we
Hmm.
talk about that?
We can talk about that after.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah, no. So I see that, and I realize that yeah, it's okay to take time off, but when you take a little bit too much time off, you know, it's only my past experience of having taken more than too much time off that I realize that it's a comeback again.
Right.
And I can still do it, and I appreciate it, and it doesn't bother me, but it is a little bit of a drag.
Yeah.
So not don't take too much time off is what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't take too much time off, but realize that, exercise is always going to be there and you can always get back to your baseline, right? Like, I think once you start exercising, it can be, it's always easy to get back to where you were, right? So let's just say you always ran 3 miles. You stop
Yeah.
working out for 3 months, and all of a sudden, you know what, I need to get back on that horse again. You can get yourself back up to 3 miles pretty easily, right? But that's going to be, getting over that 3 miles is going to be
Right.
relatively tough. So I think is if you're going to continue working out, you need to be able to not only continue to set goals, but also realize that, wherever you were before, you have to keep pushing through that barrier. You got to keep moving. You got to keep getting better and better and better. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going back to that baseline really easily, and you're just going to stay there.